the Great Wall of China. A marvel of engineering and a testament to human perseverance. It is one of the most iconic structures in the world and has captured the imagination of people for centuries. But did you know that it is not one continuous wall, but rather a series of walls and fortifications built over a period of several centuries? And that it was not very effective in keeping out invaders? In this episode we will dive into the history of the Great Wall and uncover some of its fascinating secrets. China began building its Great Wall during the 7th century BCE, but it was not until the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644, that the majority of the walls were constructed. The Ming Dynasty built walls that stretched over 5,500 miles, spanning from the Yalu River in the east to the Gobi Desert in the west. Now, you may be thinking that a wall that stretches over 5,500 miles must have been impenetrable. But the reality is that the wall was not very effective in keeping out invaders. The wall was not built as one continuous structure, but rather a series of walls and fortifications that were built in different locations over time. Additionally, the wall was not very high, with an average height of just around 26 feet. This made it relatively easy for invaders to climb over or break through the wall. Another interesting fact about the Great Wall is that it was not just a wall. It was a complex system of fortifications that included watchtowers, barracks, and even garrisons for soldiers. The watchtowers were strategically placed along the wall and provided a clear view of the surrounding area. The soldiers stationed at the garrisons were responsible for guarding the wall and protecting China from invaders. Some of the garrisons were even built into the wall itself, allowing soldiers to quickly respond to any potential threats. But despite all of these defenses, the Great Wall was not able to keep out invaders. In fact, the wall was breached several times throughout its history. One of the most famous breaches occurred in the 13th century when the Mongol Empire, led by Genghis Khan, invaded China. The Mongols were able to breach the wall in several places and eventually conquered the country. So, if the Great Wall of China was not very effective in keeping out invaders, why was it built in the first place? There are several theories about why the wall was built, but one of the most popular is that it was built as a symbol of China's power and strength. The wall was built during a time when China was frequently invaded by foreign powers, and building a wall was a way for the Chinese to show that they were not to be trifled with. Another theory is that the wall was built to control trade and movement along the northern borders of China. The wall would have made it difficult for traders and merchants to move goods in and out of China, allowing the Chinese government to control trade and collect taxes. Regardless of why it was built, there is no denying that it is an impressive feat of engineering. The wall was built using a variety of materials, including brick, tamped earth, and stone. The bricks used in the wall were made using a mixture of clay and rice straw, and were fired in kilns before being transported to the building site. One of the most impressive aspects of the Great Wall of China is the fact that it was entirely built by hand. The workers who built the wall were typically peasants and laborers who were conscripted into service by the government. They worked long hours, often in harsh conditions, and many of them lost their lives during the construction of the wall. In addition to the physical labor involved in building the wall, there was also a significant financial cost. It is estimated that the Ming Dynasty spent over 1 trillion yuan, approximately $150 billion, on the construction of the wall. This was a staggering amount of money, especially considering that China was not a wealthy country at the time. One of the most popular sections of the wall for tourists is the section located near Beijing. This section of the wall is known as the Badling section, and it is one of the best preserved sections of the wall. Visitors can climb to the top of the wall and walk along its length, taking in the breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains and countryside. Despite the fact that the Great Wall was not very effective in keeping out invaders, it remains one of the most magnificent structures on the planet. Millions of people visit the wall each year to marvel at its size and complexity, and to learn more about its history. Built over several dynasties and spanning thousands of miles, it remains one of the most impressive man-made structures on the planet. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.